Hello, people of the interweb. I'm Kat. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you don't subscribe, you'll probably get attacked by my dog, and she's pretty vicious. Hi, baby. Okay, so today is going to be my first story time, and it's probably not going to be good because I ramble a bunch. But this is going to be about, what day was it? It was either the 23rd or the 24th of January. When I upload this, I'll see the exact date. But, okay. So, background story. I live in South Georgia, and if you've seen the Weather Channel, around the end of January, you know that we were hit by some pretty rough tornadoes. Like, I think the final National Weather Service thing was 41 tornadoes touched down, like, in the South Georgia area, not just my city, but, like, just the whole region. So, yeah, crazy. And some of them, there was one that went 70 miles, and, like, its width, like, its maximum width was 1.5 miles, and I think winds were 150 miles an hour. Yeah, it got up to an EF3. So, it was pretty bad. So we had a bunch of damage, not on my side of town, on the other side of town. A bunch of homes just completely just gone. Like, there was a whole mobile home park just gone. A few people died. It was really sad. So my friend Kinsley and my boyfriend Sammy and I were we were going to go to Kinsley's grandparents' house because they lived over where all the damage was, and they had like a tree, kind of not like in their house, but like, you know, it fell on their house. So we were gonna go help clean up and do what we could to help. So we were gonna like do like some donations and stuff to Samaritan's Purse, and everybody that was there. Wake up, 6:30, nose is bleeding. My nose bled for 30 minutes. Fun times, fun times. So that's how the day started. Should have been a sign. But Sammy and I go to the dollar store to get like food and supplies and stuff for the people in the shelter, like for the people that lost their homes. And so we go to the dollar store, and I have like $60 in my accounts, but my parents gave me $100 just so I could spend it on that. And we ended up spending $111 at the dollar store. That's a lot of stuff. Like, I know some people do their grocery shopping there, so it's probably usually like that, but like, the most I've ever spent at the dollar store was $60, because we were having a toy drive, so I went and bought a bunch of toys. So like, normally I spend like $10 maybe at the dollar store, but $111, that was crazy. And then Sammy was like, oh my gosh, I have a whole basket of soap. Long story. That'll be a different story time. No, I'm kidding. He just was cleaning out someone's house and they had a bunch of soap, so he kept it. But he was like, I'll get the soap and we can give it to him. So we went to his house, got some soap, and Kinsley was like, hey, can you come over and get this leaf blower in Sammy's truck, and we can go get lunch? And we were like, yeah, sure, because she lives like right around the corner from both of us. And so I drove over to her house, because she's got this little bug, so the leaf blower like wouldn't fit in the back of the bug. And so I put the leaf blower in our truck, and we were like, okay, we'll meet you at Wendy's, see you there. So we drive to Wendy's, and we're sitting there, and we're waiting on Kinsley. And I was like, where is this chick at? Because we've been there for like 15 minutes, and we don't live that far from it. And I was like, where are you at? And so, like, I didn't say that, but then she called me, and I answered. I was like, yo, where are you? She was like, my car is smoking. I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, my car I think is on fire. I'm on the other side of the restaurant. Because like, we were in one parking lot, she was on the other. She's like, I'm on the other side of the restaurant. Can you guys like come here? So Sammy starts the truck, and we like go over there, and her car, like the hood of her car is like smoking, like a bunch of smoke. And we were like, that's not good. So we walk over there, and it just keeps getting worse, and all these guys are just like staring at us, and they were like, pop the hood, pop the hood. So we go over there, and Sammy like dives in there and gets Kinsley's school stuff, just in case something like really bad happens. So we like back up from everything, and we hear this popping, and then we look at the hood. Like it's like one of those like mint, not like mint green, but you know, like the green bugs, and so it's turning brown. Like the hood is like discoloring and turning brown, and we were like, that's fire. We should probably call the fire department. So a bunch of guys come over with fire extinguishers, like not the fire department, but like a bunch of while we're waiting on fire trucks, they come over with fire extinguishers, and they can't get the hood open because what the firemen told us later is that usually they have to break the hood open because the fire melts like the cables in there, so it won't pop open. But they're like, why can't we get the hood open? So they were like spraying fire extinguishers like up under the car trying to get it, and it just wasn't doing anything. It just got worse. And I called my dad because her dad was across town at her grandparents'. He was on the way, but my dad works like 5 minutes from the Wendy's we were at. So I called him and I was like, yeah, the car is on fire. And he was like, and I was like, yeah, you can probably get here as an adult. And then he was like, yeah. So he's on his way, and then when he gets there, he was like, I could see the fire from Starbucks. And Starbucks is like probably like a mile and a half, maybe. I don't know. I'm not good with directions and distances. But it's not like right next door to Wendy's, and he said he could see the smoke in the road from the Starbucks. So yeah, if that gives you any idea. So he gets there, and then the firemen get there, and they get their giant hoses. And it's funny because Kinsley's dad's a fireman, and she was wearing like a fire rescue hoodie and shirt. She's like, the day that I catch my car on fire is the day I'm wearing all my fire rescue stuff. She doesn't actually sound like that. But, so yeah. And then when they have to like break the hood open with some like stick thing. I don't know, probably something for it, I don't know. So they break it open so the oxygen gets to it, and all you see are just flames, just like not like big, but like you can see them under the car, and we were like, oh, that's so good. And they like start spraying the water and stuff. So Kinsley's like freaking out, and we're like, I don't know what to do. I just wanted some Wendy's. So we're just so me and Sammy are sitting there trying to like comfort Kinsley and be like, okay, it's gonna be good, we're good, it's fine. And she was like, Fiona. That's her car's name, because it's like green, so it's like Shrek and Fiona, you know, it's cute. So then her mom gets there, then her dad gets there. And I'll put pictures, but like they had the hood open, like the entire hood was like brown, like dark brown. It wasn't black, but it was dark brown. So they opened the hood, everything inside is just charred and black, and like where the engine is supposed to be, there was a hole. It like burned the engine up. We have no idea what happened. Like she said that she was on her way there, and she had her air on, and she smelled something like weird. She thought it was the truck in front, like the car in front of her, because she turned off the air, and like the smell went away. So she was like, okay, it must have just been like outside air. She got there and started smoking, and she was like, oh, that was me. So now like anytime I smell like anything like remotely smelling like oil or smoke, I'm like, oh gosh, my car's on fire, it's gonna blow up with me in it. So good thing that she wasn't going that far, and she stopped before it did blow up with her in it, because that would have been bad, and I would have been very upset, because Kinsley is my friend. And so yeah, her car does that. So we're just like, so then we go and we're waiting on the tow truck. Stop! We're waiting on the tow truck to get there because, you know, she can't drive it anymore. And so we go inside and we eat. And so Sammy and I finish eating, and we're like, okay, you guys go get wait on the tow truck, and we'll go donate all this, like go drop all this off at the donation center. So we went, we dropped it off, and then we went to Sammy's dad's office to get gas money. And we called Kinsley. We were like, yo, we're going to get gas, and then we're going to head that way. She was like, I don't know if you'll be able to get through, because they have, like literally, like, blocked off, like, no car, because you can't really, there's, like, trees all over the road, there's power lines, like, it's not safe to drive. So, like, have it blocked off unless you, like, absolutely have to get in there. And there's, like, policemen, and, like, it's crazy. But she's like, I don't know if you'll be able to get in there. She's like, but just tell them that you're going to see your grandparents and, like, help them out. And we're like, okay, whatever. And so we get there, and like directing traffic, and I was like, this is too much work. And Sammy like pulled over. He's like, oh, he's like, we're on the window down, talk to the cop. I was like, no. He's like, come, talk to the cop. I was like, no. And so the cop was over to us and was like looking at us, yelling at each other, like, roll the window down. I'm like, hey. And then Sammy talks to him. He was like, yeah, but you have to stop and park. So us not knowing that stop and park meant we can get a little bit closer than the 1.1 miles away from our destination. Stop. Oh. But we didn't know that, so we just parked, like, you know, just went and parked. And then I looked at the thing, and we're still 1.1 miles away. It's like, great. So, we start walking, and we got all the tool, like, we got, like, some shears and, like, a bunch of stuff. I'm carrying his Pop-Tarts. He wanted me to bring some Pop-Tarts, so I was carrying his Pop-Tarts. But, so we're probably like halfway there, maybe. Terrible. Because we're like the only people, we just see cars driving by and we're just like, those cops told us to park, but it's fine, we'll just keep walking. And, so this this man and his daughter drive by on a four-wheeler. We're just like, good idea. And they like turn around, they're like, hey, you want to ride? We're like, yes. And so they let us, we were going to basically the same place. And Kinsley was going to pick us up at the gas station. So we were like, hey, just drive us off the gas station. I was on his way. And so he drove us the rest of the way to the gas station. Kinsley drove us to the house. And so we're picking up limbs and trees. Then we go and we pass out some barbecue sandwiches, some water, so like all the families and stuff that are cleaning. And we're walking around the neighborhood, you know. It's in the sketchy part of town, so we were just like, please don't attack us or anything, you know? But, so we get back, and we walk into the backyard, and we're looking at the shed that her grandparents used to have. It's now, like, flat and, like, gone. I'm really cautious, and she was like, yeah, there's a bunch of big spiders. And I was like, no, I'm just trying not to step on a nail. And she's like, yeah, that's smart. And I was like, yeah, it is. And so then we look, and they had a window in their thing, so we were looking at the broken glass. And I was like, oh my god, I don't want to step on this glass. So I like turned along the way, and I feel this intense pain in my foot. And I was like, I just stepped on 3 nails. 3! Because I felt like the pressure points of the 3, and I was like, so I walk over, I'm like, I have my toes crunched, so it's not like my foot's like not like completely on the bottom of my shoe. And I walk over to Kinsley and Sammy, and I'm like, I think I just stepped on a nail. Because I don't want to like freak anybody out. I mean, there's worse stuff going on than me stepping on a nail. And she was like, Kinsley's like, oh my gosh! And I was like, it's fine. I just need to clean it and get a Band-Aid. I'm fine. And so we walk in, and I'm scared to take my sock off because like I don't want there to be 3 giant holes in my foot. And I was like, because I was wearing these really thick like the sole of my tennis shoes like that big, so it wasn't like through my foot or anything. I was fine, but I was so scared there's gonna be like 3 giant like bloody holes in my foot. And I was like, oh great, I'm gonna have to walk a mile back to Sammy's truck. So that's the only thing going through my mind. I was like, I gotta walk a mile like this. So I take my shoe off, and it's not bad. Like, it's bleeding a little bit. I mean, I still have it's not bad, but, like, you can kind of see it. I don't know if it's even on the camera, but it's right there. But, her grandma put mouthwash on it, and then got me a Band-Aid, and then, I mean, it was sore to walk on for a little bit, but then, I mean, I was fine. So, yeah, that was fun, and then Kinsley and her dad we clean up some more, like, for another hour or 2. Kinsley and her dad drive Sammy and I back to his truck, and we get in his truck, and then, what do we do? Did he take me home? Okay, the end of the day, just, like, blurs out. What do you do? I remember we drove back. So yeah, I got home, I took a shower, and I was like, haha, yeah, I said, oh, guys, it's fine. And like, after it happened, I texted my mom. I was like, should I get a tetanus shot? She's like, what? So she called me. I was like calling the doctor and health department. But my last tetanus shot was in 2011. They didn't think I needed a booster since it didn't like completely like put a giant hole in my foot. So they think I'm fine and it's healing and I feel fine. So I'm all good. But I took a shower and I did some homework, you know, and then I went to bed, and that was my day. That was my story time. It probably wasn't very entertaining. It was entertaining to me because, I mean, I was there. But, I mean, people watching it probably wasn't. People watching probably aren't entertained. So, like, let me know if you want me to keep doing these. Or, like, not. If I'm, like, really just annoying. Ow! Yeah. But, oh my gosh! But I love you, Bella. Why are you being mean? So, like, subscribe, comment. If you don't subscribe, this little monster will find you and attack you. And it's not fun. But, yeah. See you next video.